This is an Elddis Affinity 554. I'm going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. The front of the van, you've got your hitch, jockey wheel and handbrake. We'll demonstrate all these to you in person here on site. Front locker, you've got the gas regulator on the bulkhead. So your gas pipe will fit to the top of the gold piece at the top and then go down to the bottle, and the pipe work to the bottle will have a reverse thread fitment going into it. They are available from our shop on site. If you'd like to purchase one of those, they are £15. On the side of the van, you've got your Aldi heating flue for the heating and hot water systems. Don't ever cover this up, you leave it open as it is now. As you see, it's got a vent down the back of it, so you don't need to do anything with it. You've then got your wind down legs on either side at the front that are used to stabilise the caravan. You'll never ever lift the caravan with those legs, they are just there for stabilising it. You've then got your water pump connection. The water pump connection very simply pushes into the side of the van, as you can see here, and the pump drops down inside the aqua roll itself. You've then got your battery box and your mains power lead coming into the side of the caravan. We can fit batteries here also. 110 amp leisure battery comes in at £110 if you do decide you need one. Got the fridge vents on the side of the caravan. The fridge vents are there to allow the hot air at the back of the fridge unit, and on the top one just here there is actually a gas flue for the fridge system itself. The motor mover and wheel nuts is something we'll come back to here on site. We'll actually torque the wheel nuts so you can see they've been tightened correctly, and we'll demonstrate the motor mover to you so you can see it's all working as it should. At the back of the van, you've got your toilet flush tank, which takes 3.5 litres of water and a cap full of the pink fluid. And then down below, you've got your toilet waste locker, which you open up, and in here you'll find the toilet cassette itself. On the bottom of the cassette is a yellow handle that you'll pull up, or orange handle, sorry, you'll pull the orange handle up, pull the cassette towards you. The orange neck at the front will turn out to allow you to tip the waste away. And on the back of the cassette, you'll actually see an orange pressure relief button that you can press in to take the air out of the tank when you are tipping the waste away. The idea is it won't spit and splatter back at you. Before you use that cassette, you'll need to put 1 litre of water in there and a cap full of the blue fluid. On the back of the van on either side, you have got the wind down legs again, and again they are just there for stabilising the caravan rather than lifting the van. Storage locker to access the storage underneath the bed at the rear. Storage locker for at the front of the van, and your barbecue gas point and your other wind down leg on the front right hand side here. So as you can see, we're now on the inside of the caravan. To turn the main power on, you're going to need to turn this power switch on here. When the camera clears up, I do apologise, rain's got on the lens, he's decided to start chucking it down this morning. Got your main power switch here to turn all the power on and off inside the caravan. You've got your leisure battery voltage, you've got your light switches for internally and externally, so that'll be your awning light and your inside lights. Above that, you've got your Aldi control panel, which I'll come back to in a moment. First thing we're going to need to do is to fill the water system. Is come underneath the seat on the right hand side of the van at the front, and we're going to need to make sure the yellow valve underneath the seat is parallel with the floor, so the valve is in the position it needs to be now, as you can see, and at that point you'll be able to start filling the water system. So with the valve parallel with the floor, you can fill the system. When it's open, pointing towards the bottom of the seat, it will actually drain the water system down completely. Once you've got that yellow valve in the parallel with the floor position, you can come over to each tap on board the caravan. Now you're actually going to notice that I've already filled the water system on this van, just to speed up the process. But we're going to open all the taps up on the hot side of the water heater, So as you can see, hot side open, taps are on. Once all the taps are open in that position, so that's the sink and the shower also, you're going to come over to this control panel and you're going to turn on the water pump just here. So we're going to turn the pump on. Orange light will come on to indicate the water pump is running, and once the water system is full, you'll have water running out of every tap on the caravan continuously, as you can see now. At that point, we can shut off each tap, and the water system will be full and ready to be warmed up. So to warm the system, you come back over to the control panel by the door, which is the Aldi heating and hot water control panel just here. Power on the bottom left hand side. You'll press the menu button to get the control panel to come on, and then you've got your internal temperature for the caravan, minus or plus, as you can see here. Below that, you've got your water heating, so you've got water heating on, and water heating boost. So when the bar's half full, that is water heating on, then boost when it is completely to the top here. The next part down is relevant to the amount of power you have coming into the caravan to run your heating and hot water on. Now you have 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt or 3 kilowatt options on here. What that relates to is the amount of power you've got coming into the caravan from the caravan site you're on. So you've got 1 kilowatt here on site, for instance, that we can run the heating and hot water systems on. So that is what we're going to use to power the system. If you're on a site with more power available, as I said, you can select 2 or 3 kilowatts if you need to. If you're using 1 kilowatt or 2 kilowatts and you want to boost the system, down the bottom here, you'll notice there is a gas flame. So what this is for is igniting the gas system if you need to. So you'd essentially turn on the gas bottle in the front locker. You'd come over to the hob, you'd ignite the hob first to get the gas through to every component on the caravan that requires gas or can use gas. The reason being is that is the last point on the gas system. So at that point, once we're onto this control panel, we'll hit the flame symbol. The system will self-ignite on gas. And once it's self-ignited, the heating and hot water will start warming up. If it failed to ignite for any reason, it'd actually come up with gas fail on the bottom of the screen. So it'll come up with 2 exclamation marks on either end of the screen and the writing gas fail just here. There is some advanced options for the heating and hot water control panel. You can set timers, etc. for your heating and hot water to come on. Power supplies in and out. If you want to use it on amps rather than kilowatts, you can also do that in here. We do advise for these options that you do read the manual that comes with the Elddis heating and hot water system, because if I tried to explain it in the video would probably be around 2 to 3 hours long. So that is your heating and hot water control panel. As with anything on board the caravan, if you're struggling at all when you arrive on site, just give us a call here at the office and we'll be more than happy to help. Next thing we're going to go to is the fridge system. Now the fridge is very simple to use. You've got your power on the left hand side here. At the moment we're using mains power to chill the fridge, so as you can see there's a blue light behind the plug symbol. If I cover it up, there we go. On the right hand side you've got your temperature control for when you're on gas or electric. So when this bar is completely full, blue right to the top, that is the essentially how cold the fridge is going to be. Gas, very simple to ignite it on gas. You press the gas button. Again, you get the gas through to the hob first because it's the last point on the gas system. And then the fridge should self-ignite. At the moment, as you saw when we were walking around the van on the outside, there is no gas bottle connected, so it will fail in a moment. So I'm just going to wait for it to do that. Will take a moment or so for it to do that. In a second it should start flashing a red light here and also flashing the pilot light just here. So the blue light is essentially a pilot light, red warning light here, and the blue light will flash when it fails. You might still have some gas in the system, hence why it's not actually done it yet. I'll just take you over to the microwave while we're waiting to do that, for that to do that. To get the microwave to turn on, you'll notice an eco microwave, as it says in the front here. Anytime it's turned off, or looks like it's turned off, you'd need to press the eco button just here for it to come on. By the looks of it, it's been turned off in the cupboard. So you press the eco button, and the microwave will wake up. If you do need to turn the power onto the microwave, it is just in the cupboard above. I'd imagine there's a little bit of gas in the system because it still hasn't tripped itself out yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you on 12 volt mode, and it will do something very similar to this when it fails to ignite. So that will be the pilot light instead of these two that are flashing at that point. Also, what you can do is when you're travelling down the road, as long as you've got the right connection on the back of your car, you can actually run the fridge as a cool box. So that's why at the moment we're flashing a battery symbol just here. For that to work, you've actually got to be connected to the power supply on the car, not the caravan, and it will only work as you're towing down the road. But like I said, it is a cool box and not a fridge. The temperature control on 12 volts is completely irrelevant and won't do anything at all. You've got your 3 gas hobs and your electric ring at the back there, and you've got your gas grill and gas oven as you'd expect to see, and they all work very much the same as your household appliances. Coming to the rear of the caravan, the toilet system, which is the last thing I'm going to go through on the inside of the van. We've got an electric flush on the toilet, a full indicator light for the toilet waste cassette, and on the front of the toilet you've got your grey waste handle to open up the toilet waste cassette so you can allow the waste to go in the cassette of the van. The toilet does turn for your convenience. However, when the toilet seat is turned, you will not be able to release the cassette from under the van due to the fact it has 2 lockout tabs on it. So essentially every time you want to empty the toilet cassette, you need to make sure it is pointing, the toilet seat is pointing straight across towards the shower. If you have any further questions on the Elddis Affinity 554, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'll be more than happy to help. We thank you for your business, and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon. Bye bye.